Congratulations, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since Westminster's won a district championship. Can you talk about just now that it's a reality, the accomplishment for these guys and what it means to the program?
I tell these guys, man, you set goals in the summer and you work hard in the summer. You put all the time, you sacrifice, you do all the little things right for a situation like this. And it's just chopping wood. It's one of the first stepping stones that we want to accomplish. We know the season is a long season, and we want to take one game at a time, one play at a time. And I told these guys, man, just be determined, believe in each other, and just play for a purpose, with a purpose. And today, we did that.
When you find out back in January that you're in a two-team district, you already know going into the season you're going to be in the playoffs, but talk about how different is it when, week in and week out to keep the guys focused, when you're playing, some of these games before
you got to challenge
this.
You got to challenge them. And I tell my team, every game is a challenge. We could have came here, laid down, and just say we automatic in the playoff. I told them no. I said, let's not walk in the back of the playoff. Let's walk in on top. And that was one of the challenges to be district champ. This school hasn't done it in since 98. And I told this team, set your own legacy for 2013. I tell them, I say, hey, I was blessed to play in the NFL, but when I get with my guys, we always talk about the 29 games I won in high school. The state championships in basketball in high school. Not me beating Ohio State when they was ranked #1. So you always remember what you did in high school. And I told this team, this is your legacy, and it came out and played hard.
Did you notice a different intensity this week because this was the most important game on your regular season?
It was a challenge all week, every day.
Yeah.
From the weight room to practice, and these guys know I'm on them hard. Yeah. I ride them. I'm big on little things, but they just worked, man. They just worked. They came together and did the little things right, and we came out with a victory.
Seeing your team through these first, 5 or 6 games, with what's left to do now, what do you think you guys still need to accomplish in the next few weeks to make sure you're in the best possible shape to make a run at the title?
Well, we scored 44 points, but it was a lot of mistakes. So what I do is I call out Wednesdays. We watch the film every play, and it's a humbling experience because I don't care if you the #2 ranked tight end in the country or one of the top athletes in the country. I call you out, and we stress doing the little things right, so they can only get better. And like I say, it's a challenge each week. We playing Gulliver, one of the top teams in 4A, so that's a challenge for us next week, and we want to come out and compete.
Your lines up front. One last thing I wanted to ask you is, Chaminade obviously still has a lot of size up front, a lot of good players. How were you able to just dominate them up front at the line of scrimmage the way you did, those guys?
For one, the challenge, but I told them it's desire and determination. It ain't the size of the dog. It's the fight in the dog. The big guy, #2, is big, but we face that every week. But these guys put the time in the weight room and they got confidence in themselves. So, just come out and do what you got to do and compete.